Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, this is like my current go-to look. It is very simple, very neutral. The lash is basically the most exciting thing we've got going on, and it is perfect for every day. It is super easy. Like this entire look, if I take out all the talking, probably only took me about 25 minutes. So if that's something you're into, make sure to keep on watching. And please don't forget to subscribe because I do upload it 3 times a week. And that is the best way to stay up to date on all the fun stuff I'm posting. So if you want to see how we achieved this look right here, keep on watching. So for the sake of time, I already primed the skin with my Hello Fab First Aid Beauty Pores Be Gone Matte Primer and the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. And I prepped my lids with the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, which I set down with a little bit of the Jeffree Star powder. Now we're gonna jump into everything else. I'm gonna start with the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation. This is not the stick. I have used the stick forever, but lately I have been really enjoying the liquid. It's very lightweight, and I find that more so than most other foundations, it just looks like skin. So I've been really enjoying this lately. You see how as you press that in, it's not even remotely like clockable. Like as you start to blend that into the skin, you lose any foundation-y texture and it just looks like your skin, but better. And the reason I like that is I have been super into like a lightweight skin look, but I still want a little bit of coverage, if that makes any sense. For concealer, I'm gonna start with a little bit of the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter. This is in the shade 200, and I'm just going to put that everywhere I wanna brighten, and then mixing into that a touch of the Makeup Forever Ultra HD concealer, and I'm gonna add a tiny bit just to the centermost parts of the face. You'll notice that that is about, I don't know, 2 shades lighter, and I'm just going to blend those two together, which is gonna give me the perfect blend of coverage and brightness and everything I'm looking for. So for brightness, I'm gonna take that same Jeffree Star setting powder in Rose everywhere I put the concealer. Then for the rest of the face, I'm gonna go into my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finishing Powder, and I'm going to, on a fluffy brush, just lightly dust that everywhere else. I know normally I go in with like a massive powder brush. That's when I want a little bit more coverage out of it. When you use a denser brush, you're gonna get a lot more coverage. I just want to basically set everything down, keep it looking very fresh-faced, very glowy, very skin-like. Now just to make sure everything is smooth, taking that big fluffy brush with really no product on it, I'm just going to take whatever powders are left on the face and just kind of swirl them into each other so that everything looks seamless. Then some of the MURAD Hydration Prebiotic Mist. We're just gonna take down the powderiness so that everything blends nice and smooth. While I wait a second for that MURAD spray to sink into the skin so that it's not wet and grabbing, I'm gonna go throw on my brows and I'll be right back. Then grabbing my Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. Again, this was like 100 points at Sephora at one point. I only really love this for contouring my nose. So I'm going to use it almost like a single shadow just to contour my nose. And you want to make sure that you do take that up towards the brow bone. To bronze, I'm going to take my Marc Jacobs Tan-Tastic bronzer, and I'm going to add that to the perimeter of the face. Because we're getting into the warmer months, you'll notice that I'm going much heavier on the bronzer than I personally normally do. It's just something I like to do really just this time of year. It does blend out nicely, so it's not going to be like overly pigmented if you take too much. You can always blend it in. And I don't normally do this except for during the summer months. I will take that bronzer across my hairline. I don't have a large forehead that I really need to contour it, but when I do go with these extra bronzy looks, I do want to make sure that I am sculpting the whole face. On that same contour brush, I'm going to take just a touch of that bronzer shade into the crease of the eye. And then just to amp it up a little bit, I'm going to take a very small amount of the Shady Biz bronzer from Fenty and just layer that directly over just the cheek. Now, if you ever feel like you went in a little heavy, you can always take that finishing powder back over it. This side is a little heavier than this side, so I'm gonna take just a touch of this powder and just gently veil over the bronzer, just to bring it down a little so that the two sides match. For blush, you guys know I've been loving to glow lately. The shade Rara from the Tarte blush book last winter is still like my current favorite blush, but I've also been really loving Seclusion from the Alamar Medium Blush Trio. Today I'm actually gonna mix both of them because I really want that like bronzy, glowy tangerine blush. I want this to be like really soft and gentle, really fresh-faced, and not overly rosy. Just like that. Just to add just a touch of warmth into the face, I'm gonna take the Laura Geller blush that I am still obsessed with and add just a tiny bit to the very apple of the cheeks. That's just gonna add a touch of glow and a very, very small amount of pink just to kind of blend everything together. And then with a little of the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder, I'm going to take that on the under eye first, just to re-brighten and re-intensify this area. And I'm gonna kind of blend that over the cheekbone where the highlight will be going. And I'll also use that same powder to re-intensify any of the places we chose to brighten and just under the contour of the cheek. One more spritz. For glow, I've been really trying to dip back into my collection and use things I haven't been grabbing recently. This is the Precious Petal highlighter from Wet n Wild, which is, especially for like an affordable highlighter, it is beautiful and it is blinding and it's just so pretty, and I feel like this is something I really should reach for more, and I don't, and I have so many of these Wet n Wild highlighters. So lately I've been trying to make it a point to go through things I haven't really been grabbing. This is such a cool peachy toned highlighter that it is the exact vibe I've been really loving lately. And I've also been adding a little more highlight to the nose than I normally do because I've noticed my nose has been getting less shiny throughout the day, so why not add a little more highlight? I'm going to take the same highlighter along the inner corner. And just to make it pop a little more, I have rediscovered, and I mean, I never fell out of love with it, I just stopped using it, the Flexitarian Super Shock Cheek. Super Shock Cheek from ColourPop, and adding a touch of that right over the inner corner. For the eyes, I've been doing these really simple two-shade looks. So I'm going to start with Canyon. This is my BH Cosmetics Desert Oasis palette that is honestly so underappreciated. And I'm just going to take a little of that into the crease and the upper area of the crease. And then once I get to the outside of the eye, I will actually just connect it to the lower lash line. Then taking a little bit of a liner, this is the purple full spectrum liner from Makeup Geek. I'm just gonna add a little bit, very lightly to the waterline. This is just to add some dimension to the eye. We're not looking to really make it purple, but the purple is definitely a little less intense than black would be. And then with no product on a brush, I'm just going to blend that purple into the brown. And then for shadow number 2, I'm gonna take Mirage, this big shade right here, and just on my finger, I'm going to lightly press that into the lid. By using a highlighter shade, you guys, because again, I am under studio lights, it's gonna look a lot more intense on camera. In person, under natural lighting, this is definitely gonna be a lot more gentle. We're just gonna blend that out so that it is precise and not all over the place. And it's gonna be this barely there look on the eyes. So I'm just gonna go quickly throw on a pair of lashes and some mascara, and I'll be right back. All right, so I am back, and I've been saying this for so long. Sometimes when you just wanna go something light and neutral and pop on a lash, it suddenly takes it to that next level. A lot of people I have seen in the comment section, you know, you guys don't wear lashes because you guys think it takes time and it's an extra step. Honestly, I'm at the point now where I can throw on lashes in like 2 minutes, and I spend that much less time on my eyeshadow when I know I'm just gonna throw on a giant lash and call it a day. So it's kind of like a catch-22 of, yes, lashes take more time, but for a day like this where you guys saw I just did a little pop of something in the crease and a little shimmer on the lid, that's it. The lash definitely takes it to that next level. I think I want to go a little more like warmy peachy today as opposed to pinky. So this is the MAC lip pencil in Spice. Then for lip, I'm going to take Semi Naked, which is a long-wearing matte color from Bobbi Brown. And because it's summer, no look would be complete without a gloss. So today I'm going to grab, this is Goals from Dose of Colors, which is just an intense sparkly gloss. I know I've said this in videos before, but you will ruin your glosses if you take them directly over a lip. So I am actually going to grab a lip brush, and I'm going to use this to apply. And now that the gloss is on, we're going to grab my dump setting spray and set it all in place. For those of you who've missed the memo, the dump setting spray is literally just an old setting spray bottle that I dump any like leftover setting spray when it no longer sprays because it's so low into. And over the years, it has really accumulated. And that's the finished look. So I know that this was really simple, and honestly, this time of year, that's what I go for. As we gear up to the end of May, I just kind of go for fresh face, soft. I will throw on a giant lash, and I'll make sure my liner on the lip is a lot darker, just because I do like that like 1990s ombre vibe. And then once we hit June, it becomes Pride and everything is all about color. So this is just one last enjoyable neutral look for myself, leading into the most rainbowy time of the year. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!